afternoon, dear Professor. Today we are going to focus on the current issue about stock market in Malaysia. The stock market is considered an important part of the financial sector, which plays a vital role in economic growth by promoting savings and channeling money from savers to investors. Shares represent ownership of the company and shareholders are entitled to a residual income after the fixed income payment. Such stock is document that proves a shareholder that he is entitled to hold shares in the company's wealth, which includes the company's paid-in capital, assets, and retained profits. There are several kinds of stocks. Common stock, which is subject to profit and loss. A preferred stock, which earns part of its shares in the profits realized at a non-prefixed rate. And the loan stock, which earns its profit at a fixed rate of interest. Since the fluctuation in securities price can be very volatile, it is a very attractive investment. There are three types of participants. Firstly, people with surplus funds to buy and sell stocks, hoping to get dividends or capital gains within a short term. Secondly, issuers of securities use their securities to raise money for future business expansion. Thirdly, the government, through the issuance of securities to raise funds to develop projects. Going by the Sharia, equity financing would be the preferred financing investing technique. Equity financing has no fixed or return. Returns that are tied to the learning of the underlying business. A risk profile are not detached from that of the business. However, not all stocks listed in an exchange may be acceptable from a Sharia viewpoint. The need for Sharia evaluation of stocks and the identification of Sharia-compliant stocks has led to the development of Sharia futures, Sharia indices, Sharia-compliant real estate investment trust, and exchange-traded funds, entire industry of Islamic mutual funds. All these have meant that there is an Islamic equities market operating in parallel with the conventional equity market.
The Islamic stock market brokerage business is a financial service designed to promote client funds to invest in Sharia-compliant stocks. Undoubtedly pose many challenges, which can be divided into internal and external challenges. Internal challenges include products and service, human resources. The products and service provided by the Malaysia Islamic Stock Brokerage Company seem to be mainly replicating traditional products and service. Products and functions can be adapted to Sharia law with minimal modifications. Many people believe that because the product is only a double conventional product, it's not too much different from the ultimate and the Islamic investment. In addition, many people believe that investing in Sharia compliance stocks will limit the scope of investment because investment is limited to Sharia compliant listed stocks. For human resources, highly dedicated and qualified personnel will undoubtedly play a vital role in successful of any plan and business in all fields. Islamic stockbroker should be managed by highly dedicated and mixed qualified people. They should have at least a basic understanding of Islamic Sharia issues and principle while having sufficient knowledge and experience in management skills people to operate. Well, external challenges and political contradictions, and public awareness. Inequality has not hindered the development of Islamic stock market. The Malaysian government have fully supported the development of Islamic commercial banks and the issuance of Islamic bonds, which has had a positive impact on the considerable size of industry. However, Islamic stockbroking companies have not done so. The reason for encouraging Islamic stock brokerage activities is only the income tax. In addition, the Bursa Malaysia research concluded that the main obstacle to development of the Malaysia stock market is insufficient knowledge of potential investors. The study found that almost 50% of potential investors refused to invest in stocks. In their view, the risk of stocks is higher than other investment tools. The study also found that 48% of potential investors believe that investing in stocks is high risk. Others argue that they did not know how to invest in stocks, had no time to monitor, and had no time to study stocks.
Despite a number of challenges facing Islamic stockbroking in Malaysia, its future development is undoubtedly very promising and is determined by two main driving catalysts, namely the demand side and the supply side. On the demand side, the first one is large Muslim population. The exponential growth of global Muslim population is undeniably a positive indicator for the future of Islamic stockbroking. There is increasing evidence in the behavioral literature that faith and initiative may influence financial literacy and financial decisions. The growing need of the Muslim population in Malaysia for Shariah's companion products as an alternative to conventional banking and capital market instruments serves as a catalyst for the development of Islamic stockbroking in Malaysia. The second one is wealth growth. In Malaysia, the number of HNWIS has been increasing dramatically. A report released by Asia Wealth Report stated that the number of HNWIS in Malaysia is expected to significantly increase from 32,000 in 2011 to 68,000 in 2050. The research found that the wealthier persons had higher financial literacy. It is also concluded that the wealth factor has a positive correlation with investment literacy. Therefore, a growing class of HNWIS and the growing income level will be positive indicators for the development of Islamic stockbroking due to the need for investment and use in portfolio management. The third one is economic growth. The positive economic outlook for the country also bodes well for development of Islamic stockbroking in the future. Malaysia's economic growth is supported by the government commitment to release the new economic model, the government transformation program, and the economic transformation program. The economic performance of Malaysia represented by GDP growth, wealth income growth, business environment, as well as government initiatives will be a positive indicator for the future Islamic stockbroking in Malaysia. While economic growth, income growth, and a large number of Muslims are among key factors driving Islamic stockbroking in Malaysia. From the demand side, it is also important to investigate the catalytic factors from the supply side. The vision to become a viable Islamic finance hub has come true as Malaysia is proving itself capable of continuing lead Islamic finance in the world. Malaysian sukuk are placed in the first rank in the sukuk market, equity market, and fund management, the second position of the tech-full market, and the third ranking in the banking market. These will be the determinant factors for the development of Islamic stockbroking, as Malaysia will continue to endeavor to lead in each and every aspect of Islamic finance. The second one is natural progression. While the early stage of Islamic finance was dominated by deposits and saving products, FI products and services over the last decade have become much more sophisticated structures, comprising a wide variety of sukuk models, derived products, Islamic structured products, and Islamic exchange trade funds. The need for diversified Sharia compliance securities with various features and instruments is indeed immense. It is perhaps an opportune moment for Islamic stockbroking to capture the need, bridge the gap, and fill in the missing link. It is a turn of Islamic stockbroking to flourish and bloom in the market as it represents a natural progression and evolution of Islamic finance.
Conclusion. First of all, like conventional stock market, Islamic stock market must also have a marketplace for transaction, price mechanism, and the commodities. Apparently, the characteristics and the implementation for Islamic stock market is totally diverse. Unlike conventional stock market, Islamic stock market it has its own features on ensuring the implementation, and all contracting parties in stock market are in line with the Sharia principles. Secondly, Malaysia as a leader in Islamic finance, how to deal with the external challenges and internal challenges, which will provide a model for the development of Islamic finance, turning opportunities into success. Finally, Muslim population accounts for 21% of the world's population and has accumulated a large amount of wealth. It is well known that Islamic finance has been remarkably stable during the 2008 financial crisis. The world began to study Islamic financial market. The development of the Islamic financial system will be an important financial system for the outbreak of the grammatical financial crisis. And the mainstream capital of the world will gradually focus on Malaysian stock market. Thank you for your attention.